Outcome independence. So, outcome independence is a state of mind in which aspects of your life, mindset, emotions are not reliant upon a specific result or scenario. When you are outcome independent, you don't care, you're not concerned with the outcome of things that you can't control. In other words, you're managing your fucks, right? So you give a fuck about what your purpose is, what your value is, and your actions, but you don't give a fuck about people and things that you can't control. Now, outcome independence is kind of the apex of alpha behavior. It's what separates successful alpha type males from unsuccessful alpha type males. Because keep in mind, there are a lot of dominant males who try to use manipulation, control, and violence to get what they wanted that are in jail right now, right? Or that have miserable relationships, miserable lives, and they don't do too well. So having what you want and having that success mindset is having that outcome independence. Because sometimes shit happens and it's not in your control, all right? And this could be in your relationships. This could be with the person you're with. You know, they start shit testing you, giving you problems, whatever. You can't control them. You can only control you, right? And so being indifferent with what that outcome is going to be the approach that you want to take. Here's a good example of kind of an icon we can look at, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He was going to be a professional football player. That was his track. And then he got injured. Professional career over. He had no money. He had no plan. His life hit the shit, right? But what happened? Because of outcome independence and being not attached to that outcome so much, and I'm sure it created some turmoil and issues, but he overcame that stuff and he focused on his value and his purpose in the next thing. And of course became a very famous icon, right? Actor, WWE, all that stuff. Okay? Had he been attached to the failure and the thing and that outcome that he didn't get, he might not be quite so famous today or successful. All right? People think that their lives are over, you know, like they want to kill themselves because they didn't get the outcomes that they wanted. Instead of focusing on their purpose and on who they are and having that success mindset in that action, because sometimes the biggest failures are the best things that never happened to you, right? And that could be too your ended relationship. That could be that person that's in your life that you're allowing to be there that's toxic. That could be, you get, guys and gals will get one-itis for a person who's not serving you very well. You'll be in a relationship, you'll be in a situation, you'll tolerate bullshit because you don't have that outcome independence. You try to control the other person's behavior. You try to control the outcomes instead of worrying about yourself and controlling yourself and working on your own behaviors, right? But how do you get outcome independence? How do you, in the face of bad shit that happens, arguments, toxicity, maybe a toxic work environment, maybe missed opportunities, missed goals, how do you get that outcome independence? How do you get that state of mind? Well, the answer is state management. You have to manage your mind and your emotional state. It doesn't happen by accident. You're a pile of baggage, toxicity, failed relationships, traumas, childhood traumas and problems, all creating anxiety, depression, all creating maladaptive thinking, all creating avoidance issues, whatever your issues are, you have all these things that pile up in your mind. So the way to get rid of all those things and have that success mindset, and I'm not talking about being aloof and depressed, okay, not that kind of indifference, but just having the mindset of knowing who you are, what you want, going for it, creating the right action, and not giving a fuck about anything else. How do you have that mindset, right? How do you crush that beta? How do you crush that angry, controlling alpha and be that alpha outcome independent person. Again, you do that by managing your emotional and your mind state. So thing number one is you got to take care of your body, because your neurochemicals in your body and your mental, your neurochemicals will not be right if you're not getting physical activity every single day or almost every day, minus your rest days or whatever. You have to be physically active. That's thing number one. Thing number two is you have to manage your state, and you can practice doing that through meditation. All right? Now, I don't care what your religion is, because you can be a Christian and different forms of prayer act as meditation, okay? Different religions all have their own versions of this. But I had to ask myself, how come Vikings and samurai warriors, and, how come they could go into battle, be close combat, killing people with their bare hands and handheld weapons, watching their friends die, and then go home after combat and be fathers, be, members of society? How are they able to do that, right? When soldiers today, most of them won't ever shoot their weapons, and they go home and they're all fucked up, PTSD, anxiety, they can't handle their own shit. Why, right? Well, the reason why is they don't have that sense of value, of course, and that's a big part of it, but they don't have that outcome independence, and they don't have that managing of their mind state. We used to have a practice for a long time with spiritual practices where warriors and individuals and people manage their emotions and manage their state of mind. And they did more physical activity as well. Nowadays, people don't do that. They escape to social media. They post memes about bullshit and success porn. You know what I mean? And they escape into different forms of entertainment, and their mind eats itself alive. They're a pile of bad decisions, anxiety. They're a pile of emotions. And they don't have that success alpha mindset of indifference and outcome independence when it's needed. And since this is a relationship and sexual dynamics channel, I will tell you this. One of the most attractive qualities you can have as a male is being outcome independent, being emotionally certain and in control. That is one of the most, categorically the most attractive qualities you can have. Okay? You want internal game. You want to be able to behave around women in a way where they are interested in you. Having that outcome independence is one of the number one keys to being able to doing that. So you're not just doing pickup artist stuff and making up things. It actually comes from the inside. All right? So I've done video before on meditation and state management. You can check that out. Google is a wonderful thing. Start doing some research. There's different types of stuff. But the point is, you have to do that mind state management. You have to have that practice, and you have to do it on a daily basis, or else your emotions and your mind is going to get the best of you when that bad situation comes around. And you won't be able to turn it around into a better situation that you would want. Thanks for tuning in. Jam the like button, subscribe, share it with your friends. Okay, if you and your friends or people you know are tired of being controlled by the environment around you, and your women and your men and your failures and your bullshit, and you want to start getting control, send them this video, watch it again. But I need subscribers too, so I can keep doing this. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and thanks for tuning in.